Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a deeply personal, incredibly profound piece of source material. We spend a lot of time analyzing complex data sets and broad societal trends, but honestly, sometimes the most complex systems we can study are the actual environments we build for ourselves and how they impact the human mind and body. Today's Explainer takes us on a really unique personal journey. It's essentially a story about redefining exactly where we belong when the traditional world, well, when it just doesn't work for us.
Okay, let's jump right into this with the exact words from our source material. For me, life becomes very difficult when interacting with people in the physical world. Just pause and really absorb that for a second. We aren't talking about a mild inconvenience here. We're not just talking about introversion or preferring a quiet room to read a book. We're talking about life itself becoming fundamentally difficult just by existing and interacting in physical spaces. And that right there sets the absolute emotional stakes for everything we're about to unpack today.
Section 1. Meet Gobel Krishnan Z.
To really understand this struggle, we first need to understand the individual living it. Born in 1995, Gobel has spent his life developing a very specific, highly valuable set of skills. We're talking documentation, designing, coding, and sketching. These are roles that require immense focus, creativity, and intellectual rigor, right? He's clearly someone with a whole lot to offer to the professional world. And yet, despite being so highly capable, a massive barrier stands between him and traditional success.
Section 2. The Physical World Struggle. According to his own account, ever since he was a kid, Gobel has dealt with a deep-seated fear of everyday physical spaces. Think about the foundational building blocks of our society for a second. Offices, schools, colleges, companies, apartments, even individual villas, or just being near neighbors. These are the places where we're told community, learning, and productivity are supposed to happen. But for Gobel, these traditional everyday environments trigger profound fear and stress. The very places designed to bring people together are literally the exact spaces that push him away.
And this isn't just a localized issue or some one-off bad experience. This struggle has followed him chronologically through different stages of life and across vast geographical boundaries. From his childhood in towns and villages to workplaces all across India and even extending out to other parts of the world. It's a persistent geographic reality. It doesn't matter where the physical space is located on a map, his internal reaction remains exactly the same.
So, the really crucial point here is understanding the sequence of what happens when he tries to conform to these norms. It's a vicious three-step cycle. Step 1. He joins a group. Maybe that's a school as a child, or an office as an adult. Step 2. He experiences an overwhelming internal struggle. But Step 3. This is the most alarming part. The toll isn't purely emotional or psychological, it actually manifests physically. His physical health becomes noticeably weak. His body literally rejects the environment.
Section 3. The Unwanted Competition.
So why does this happen? What's the trigger? Well, in the source text, Gobel identifies a fascinating, kind of hidden psychological trigger. He notes that whenever he interacts with others, it feels like this competition mode gets triggered unknowingly among the people around him. Schoolmates, colleagues, even neighbors, he observes that they unknowingly treat him badly or view him as a threat, like he's competition. Just by existing in these physical spaces, a heavy adversarial dynamic is completely forced upon him by the group.
Which makes this quote from him all the more heartbreaking. From my side, I do not want competition. I only want peace and a stable life. There is such a tragic disconnect here. I mean, he's a designer, a coder, a creative mind who just wants stability and peace. But the physical world, with its unspoken social hierarchies and constant proximity, forces him into a stressful competitive arena that he literally never signed up for. It makes education and normal career paths incredibly difficult.
Section 4. Finding the Virtual Sanctuary.
But hey, this explainer isn't just about the struggle. It's also about the resolution. Ask yourself this. Where do you go when the physical world physically hurts you? When the mere act of sharing a room with neighbors or colleagues degrades your health and shatters your peace? Well, you have to build a new world. You have to find an entirely different kind of space.
And for Gobel, that sanctuary is the virtual world. It's a remote, digital environment. In the source material, he makes it explicitly clear, saying, "Whenever I stay alone, my health feels better and my mind feels peaceful." He prefers remote jobs and peaceful work environments. For him, the digital realm isn't just about convenience. It acts as a literal, healing environment. It removes the physical proximity that triggers all that unwanted competition, allowing his incredible coding and designing skills to shine through without that devastating physical cost.
Comparing these two realities really drives the point home. In the physical world, he's facing weak health, struggle, stress, failing education and work systems, and constant unwanted competition. Conversely, look at the virtual world. It offers solitude, remote flexibility, a peaceful mind, and fundamentally better health. Laid out like this, the virtual world isn't some escape from reality. It is an absolute necessity for survival and well-being. It's the only logical choice.
Section 5. A universal plea for peace.
Global's story, while deeply personal, echoes a much larger truth about how we work and live. What you should really take away from this is a complete reframing of how we view our environments. Global explicitly states that traditional systems became stressful and difficult for him. This shows us point-blank that traditional systems fail some individuals. Remote work and virtual spaces are so often debated as mere workplace perks or productivity hacks, right? But Global's experience proves that for some, remote work is an absolutely crucial health accommodation. Solitary peace is a valid human need. The virtual world is a necessary, legitimate sanctuary from a physical society that can just be overwhelmingly adversarial.
We all have to navigate the weight of the physical world, its demands, and its unspoken competitions. Galbal recognized exactly what was breaking him down, and he found his sanctuary, his health, and his peace in the virtual world. So, I want to leave you with this to think about. Where do you go to escape the noise? Where do you find your solitary peace in a hyper-competitive society? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer.